Stop the press. Stop the press. Who is that? She is great, isn't she?
Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. I wanna bust that body. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. I wanna.
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna kill you. Let's do it.
Keep busting.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to me, Rosemary Dearest. That's right. It's our new Wednesday favorite thing. Again, me. Hi, welcome, welcome. Another wonderful Wednesday. We've made it again. Yes. Tonight's cocktails should be the All-American Tito's Vodka and well, if Anthony Lewis says that that's what tonight's drink should be, then let's drink to it, shall we, Anthony? And Junior, hello, my patrons are in the house. Welcome, hi. Shockingly, it is a blistering 98 degrees outside, practically winter time. Good morning, Christopher Durbin. Hello, welcome everyone to Wednesday with Rosemary, or as I would like to be referred to as, Rosemary Dearest. Thank you. And when I told you to call me that, I wanted you to mean it. Let's say it together, shall we? Rosemary Dearest. Rosemary Dearest. It has a nice ring to it, don't you think? I think it does. Well, let's get started with a beverage, shall we? Oh, good Lord. Dr. Galore decided that I should have a red beverage, I think because I'm wearing white. So we're going to see if the joke's on me if I splash it on myself later. And before I take a bigger drink and splash this all over me, it's seriously like 25 pounds. Cheers, everybody. Let's have a drink and listen up.
You know where to find the boys and the booze.
Cheers! Yay! Yummers. You know what? We're going to put this down here. And we're going to see how long it is until I get my beautiful white sleeve dunked in the red water. I say 3 to 7 minutes, but you will have to tell me when it happens because I probably won't even care about it. Yes, hi, Rosemary Dearest. It's happening already. You're listening. I'm so glad that you know how to listen. Yay! Junior Coos, one of my favorite actresses, Joan Crawford too. And in today's show, let me tell you, it's going to be a Mommy Dearest extravaganza. And not just Mommy Dearest, but also Joan Crawford. Did you know? I mean, we all knew that her name came to her in a radio contest. And the first winner didn't really get to win because they chose the name Jan Arden. Joan Arden. Joan Arden. And she sued the company and said, no, bitch, that's my name. You can't have it, you little nobody. And then somebody in upstate New York, listed as a disabled person, her name was Mary, decided that she said Joan Crawford, and she won $500. Imagine winning $500 and naming a movie star. And then being later known as, just the crippled girl who named Joan Crawford. That's how you'll be remembered. I hope you enjoy it. I mean, she's probably dead now anyway, because that was a very long time ago. But in the beginning, Joan hated the name Joan. She didn't want to be known as Joan Crawford. She didn't like Crawford either. She thought it sounded like crawfish, right? She didn't want to be Joan Crawfish. She tried to tell people to call her Joanne. Could you imagine Joan being Joanne Crawford? Like, Joan Crawford is a Joan. She's not a Joanne. It's like Liza being a Lucy all over. Oh, it's just hilarious. Oh, terrible. You want to see something funny, you guys? I'm wearing stripper heels. Look at that. Yeah, remember that scene in Rosemary Dearest where she hikes her leg up really hard and then she looks in the camera and she just slowly drags her leg down. That was my inspiration for tonight's show and probably all the shows from here on out because it's just so pretty, and who doesn't want to look pretty all the time? Cheers, Winnie Mae! Winnie Mae, Winnie Mae, I say.
You know where to find the boys and the booze.
That's right. Winnie Mae would know where to find the boys and the booze. She's a gay boy magnet. Now, although she is a lesbian, she's a gay boy magnet. And cheers to you and Australian lesbians everywhere. Mm-hmm. Ooh, delicious. Delicious. Yum in my tum. I have some other insane things to tell you about the life and time of Joan Crawford today. I would like to thank you, Dexter, for joining. Thank you. I'm having a wonderful night, as you can see, and it's not Satan's butthole on fire outside like it was yesterday. And all the clouds, it's just magically, it's blue and beautiful. It's insane. What is happening? Nobody knows what's happening around here. I mean, So our next fun fact about Joan, not Joanne, right, is how many children did Joan adopt? Well, we all know about that beautiful, fateful Christina Crawford, who technically was originally named Joan Jr. Imagine Joan Crawford Jr. But then she decided, well, you know, I don't want a child of mine to have to live up to my stardom. So she named her Christina Crawford because she thought that that would look very nice on the monograms. Okay, great. It did. Now, yeah, a lot of people, they channel Mommy Dearest. I like to channel Mommy Dearest as well out there, people. Hey, Silva. I like to channel Mommy Dearest when I clean. Like, I have to move the tree. I have to do it all. I am always mad at the dirt, all of it. So I like to channel Mommy Dearest and my grandma too sometimes because it's nice now, yeah. Oh my gosh, 45 degrees in Texas where John Tabor is. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it's like 90 something here. It's actually like cold on my patio. Yeah, we have like some mist going on. It's very like played misty for me. Oh, my knees look like they're going the wrong way. We'll just do that again. And it's beautiful. So this weather is crazy. And then in San Francisco, it looks like they're on Mars. Google it, because of all the fires that and the wind changing and all that crazy stuff. The skies are murky and like a muddy orangey red, like Mars atmosphere. It's crazy out there. Things are crazy. And apparently Dr. Galore was just giving me a Galore briefing, which I need constantly because I don't like the news or listen to anything like that. And he was telling me that some dude wrote a book and it's being released tomorrow or the next day, or I don't know, next week. And there is some sort of recording or something, because, you know, headline only here. He said that he knew about the coronavirus in February, and he knew it was a deadly airborne disease, and he didn't do anything about it. And I said, you know what? Our president is a basic ass bitch. If that's all true, and you know it probably is, because, you know, what else has he left to do but be a basic ass bitch? You know, he's done everything else terrible. Might as well, you know, come out about the stupid virus. So I was trolling through the Facebook, Instagram, right? And I had seen a lot of people, we talk about going crazy all the time. People, please do not go crazy. I know it is difficult. Reach out. I'm here for you. I can help you. I can talk you down from being a basic bitch and get you into charm school. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Call your girl, DM your girl. But what's happening is this is all getting to everybody. And I think that it's okay that people go crazy. It's okay to go crazy. But if you really think that all these businesses closing is just like fake and all that crazy stuff, then you should just go out with your mask off, right? And just like go and party and do all those things because it's not real. I don't understand that. If someone could just explain to me why they're doing that, what is giving them the impetus to do it, I would love to know, because I think the virus is real. I know people that have had it and gotten very sick, and I know other people that have had it and didn't really get sick at all. It's kind of like the flu, right? The flu kills people. We just don't talk about it. Influenza virus. Look it up. A little too close. I feel like I'm a little too close to you. If you're on your device, I feel like it was a little too close to where you put your dirty fingers all the time. I needed to back up a little bit, you know. A little basic right now. Oh my gosh, what does that say? Mary says, oh, I'm the bomb. Thank you. I'm not a bomb, but the bomb. I will take that. I'll take it as a glamour bomb. Maybe a Swarovski booby bomb. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love a good hurricane blowing me this way. Ooh, it looks like I'm being blown in the wind. I love it. I love crazy side sweep hair. Oh my gosh, Jessica Hummerhouse is in the house. She's not sure people think it's the hoax as much as they question how dangerous it really is. Well, there is a lot of, you know, who's it's and what's it's galore happening out there with, you know, is it as bad as they say? Is it not? Well, I don't want to be the one to find out just how bad it really is. So, yeah. It's not a hoax. It's real. That's all I got to say about that. You love my hair a lot. Thank you. I love a waterfall. It's a dippity-do. I don't really have dippity-don'ts, right? I have good friends that help me not have dippity-don'ts. Sometimes I have an idea and they're like, that's a dippity-don't. Don't do it, girl. Dippity-don't. And then I like to say, didgeridoo. But Dr. Galore really hates when I do that, so I really don't do it anymore. I just say dippity-don't. That's much better. Yeah. So yeah, stop being a basic ass bitch, President Cheeto. Just get out of office. And I love you guys how everything is rigged unless he wins. It's going to be rigged if he doesn't win, but if he does win, it'll be fine. Totally fine. Not rigged at all. 100% accurate. Yes, that's it. Yeah. I just think it's a little crazy, if you ask me. And speaking of asking me things that nobody did, I would like to just take a moment to read these people. These people. That's what we're calling them, right? These people. That's right, I said it. These people that think that voting for President Cheeto again is a good idea. I would just like to tell you, you are wrong. Don't vote for him. He's the wrong choice. He keeps saying that he's going to save you from America, but guess what? He made the current status of America what it is today. So if you ask me, I would say do not trust him anymore. I don't care what you think, just don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, what do we have here? A big, ugly Cheeto. Oh, is that Marina Mack I see in the crowd? Marina? Oh no. It's me. Do not vote for this man. I implore you. Vote blue for anywho. That's right. Don't do it. I'm not reading myself because I actually knew all the words to this song, so joke's on you. I'm just gonna read the president and anyone who wants to vote for him. How about that? Yeah. Dump Trump 2020. How about that one? You know what else is a good one? Vote for who your grandchildren would be proud that you voted for. Yeah, trying to hit them where the house is, right? But they probably think, my kid would vote for Trump too. Right? This song, Emily Alvarado, hello gorgeous, is from Crybaby the Musical. Interesting, isn't it? I love it too. Oh. I love the new news.
A woman that looks like that has to have her own special set.
He's crazy. Do not vote for this man.
A lot of fun tonight.
He is fugly.
Bad dudes, believe me, we're gonna load it up.
But I don't want to say
I mean,
every single thing I want to do.
the double-edged sword that man lives by. Oh, I need to save you from the America that Joe Biden wants to create. No, bitch. You created this. This is your fault. You have created this civil fucking war that we're having, basically. And we need it to end. And I know that my faithful followers and darlings out there would never do that. But you need to tell your friends and tell their friends to not do it either. Because we just can't go through it again. Because then Rosemary Galore would have to take these sweet sparkle titties out of this sad country. And we don't want that, do we? We don't want good old Gal Pal Row out. I mean, I would still be here if you need a list. Girl. So there's that. And what we need to do about that, you guys.
You know where to find the boys and the booze.
Yeah. We need to do that again.
You know where to find the boys and the booze.
Yeah. I know where the booze is. It's in my compressed belly. Get in my compressed belly. Did you know that Joan Crawford had affairs, Abby, with Clark Gable, and Carol Lombard was Clark Gable's wife, and then she died in a tragic plane accident, and then Joan took over the role that they were making with Carol Lombard in it. Joan donated her entire salary, which was, I think, gosh, what time was that? Probably like a lot of money. Her contract was at MGM was like 1.5 mil when she left. And then when she left and she went to Warner Brothers, she took a huge pay cut, but they never tell you what the pay cut was. She went from $1,500,000 to $500,000. Boo frickin' who, right? I don't think so. Anyway, now I don't even know what I was talking about because that just pissed me off. So, fun fact again, every time Joan got married, she renamed her Brentwood estate and had all the toilet seats changed out. How about that? And it's rumored that once Joan found out that a plumber that had been working in her house used a toilet, and then she promptly had that toilet and the pipes removed and replaced because she was that much of a frickin' neat freak. Isn't that interesting? Yes, Emily Alvarado, if you YouTube Crybaby the Musical, there's a lot of bootleg videos from Broadway and off-Broadway, and they're really cool. You should download the soundtrack. It's great. I have a new Patreon exclusive access thing on my website that if you go there and there's a certain tier for it, it's really cool because, there you can find it right there. I'll send you the tracks of the music that you like from my videos. Isn't that neat? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to or not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So let's not tell anybody, but that's what I'm gonna do. So check it out. I'll tell you anything you want to know about it. I'll send you the full track. I'll send you my cool edited version. What else? Yay, you do have it. Okay, Emily, just send me a message. Fabulous. My brain wasn't working. I made it last night in the middle of the night. Who knows what's happening? My hair is, neon, so who knows? Yeah, send me a message. Any track you want, they're yours. Bam. Mwah. Love it. Thank you. Gorgeous. Love it. You'll be dancing. I'll send you that 100 Degrees song. I love that song. I was listening to it on repeat today, annoying all my friends and neighbors. Sorry about it. So, that one time we knew about Christina being adopted. We know about Christopher. You may or may not know about the twins. Right. After Joan adopted Christopher, later in life, she decided she needed more love. So she adopted twin girls. And then it was rumored that they weren't twins. They were just like, sisters or like from different misters. Oh, scandalous. But here's the real big kicker, everybody. You ready for this? This is some real basic bitch shit. Joan Crawford adopted a different boy before the one we know as Christopher. She named him Philip Terry Jr. Then she named him Christopher. Then the adopted mother, the one who gave up the kid, saw an article that Joan had adopted her kid and came knocking on the door for her kid back. And after like 6 months, Joan gave back the kid. Isn't that heartbreaking? She adopts his kid illegally, and then the crazy effed up drug-o mom, she was pill popper crazy, wants the kid back. Then it was rumored that she later tried to sell the Christopher Crawford boy as like Joan's adopted kid. Imagine, you fight to get your kid back, only to then go crazy and try to get rid of him again. And then get in the loony bin. I mean, that part really did happen. She did go crazy. Then she went back to Joan Crawford's estate, banging on the door, had to get the cops called and arrested and everything because she had lost her mind and thought that she had done it again. But she said, bitch, you already got your baby back. This is my new Christopher Crawford. How about that? Really, really interesting, isn't it? I love me some Joan Crawford facts. I love them. I love them so much. And speaking of facts,
You know where to find the boys and the booze.
I'm thirsty. And the fact is, I need an eyedropper. Here we go. Didn't spill a drop, kids. She's a what? Professional. That's right. Now I'm going to tell you another fun fact about Mommy Dearest. First of all, can we give it up for my fabulous artwork done by Scott? Scott, thank you so much. He said, oh my gosh, are you available to do some work? And he was like, yeah, it's COVID. And I said, oh my gosh, you're amazing. I would love to look like Mommy Dearest. And here it is. I could be happier because I look just like, I should do like a split shot between me and Joan. Well, really, it's not Joan, is it? No, it's that old Faye Dunaway. Old slap you upside the head, Faye Dunaway. Junior Coos, thank you, Christopher Scleobata. Thank you. I agree. Junior, I got my huge, glorious martini glass at Michael's. And use a coupon. It'll be real inexpensive. And it will keep you happy. Not only do they have martini glasses, they have wine glasses, like a giant wine glass. They have Pilsner glasses. So you don't just have to have the good old Galorious martini. And we've seen Dr. Galore's giant champagne flute. They have so many options for you there. You should definitely check it out. It's great. Now, one more time, give it up for Scott. He's brilliant. If you would like to see much, 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 much more of his amazing, brilliant work, all you have to do is follow Toucan's Tiki Lounge on Facebook. He does all the artwork for them, and they're amazing. They're hilarious. You will not be sorry, because Toucan's is wonderful. Thank you. That's it. Goodbye. And I feel like chicken tonight. Chicken tonight. Chicken tonight. That's just because Christopher Durbin's name popped up there, and when I think of Durbin, I think of Erica Carrington and chicken tonight. A little chicken cutlet, a little chicken leg, a little chicken butt, a little chicken. She can do a little chicken dance. I don't know what the hell. So, let me tell you something very exciting about herstory today. One Mr. Elvis Presley had his very first debut, 1956, which was the model make of my first car, which was a 56 Ford Fairlane. How about that? She was a beautiful car. I named her Chip. She was a boy, and I loved her. She was coral and black. So today, 1956, tune into your black and white TV sets because Elvis Presley is on the Ed Sullivan Show. How exciting was that? And all those gyrations. Oh my gosh, the censors just went crazy, didn't they? They really did. Now that made me think, has Joan Crawford ever met Elvis? Maybe they were in a movie or something I just didn't know about, which no. And then I found out that in 1961, that dastardly little Christina Crawford had a bit part in Wild in the Country, starring one Mr. Elvis Presley. And there is a story in the rumor mill that it was Elvis, some other man star from the movie, Petulant Christina, and Elvis's assistant who worked for him, right? Okay, that's setting the scene. All right, we're in somewhere. Elvis is there, cigar. His little guy lights it for him. Christina says, grabs a cigar, snaps it in half. Elvis says, "Oh, little girl, please don't do that. That's not funny." So he takes out another cigar. The guy goes out to light it. She snatches it, breaks it again. And Elvis says, "Little girl, I told you that wasn't funny. Please don't do that again." Cigar. Christina. Snap. Well, Elvis told her not to do that a few times. So after they exchanged some heated words, Elvis stands up on a very large coffee table, walks across it where Christina is now sitting, grabs Christina by the ponytail, drags her across the coffee table, and literally kicks her in the ass out the door of the room they're in and says, like, "You fucking little bitch, like, fuck off." Like, literally. He said, like, "You fucking bitch," or you little bitch. And he kicks her in the ass. Then, 20 minutes later, Christina grovels, knocks on the door, they let her back in, and she apologizes because she didn't like the way the man had lit her cigar, because years in Hollywood, she saw her mother treat people like that, and she just couldn't deal with the treatment anymore. And Elvis looked at her and said, "This man works for me, and he knows that if I pull the cigar out to light it for me, that is his job." And I guess Christina just was like, "Oh, well, I don't like her." And you tell me if she's not a little biatch. Hi, Brandy. Hi, how are you? And we all know what happens when someone says hi and they come.
You know where to find the boys and the booze.
We drink. Yay! Cheers to drinking. Roses are red. Violets are fine. You be the 6, I'll be the 9. That one's only appropriate when you teach the first grade in kindergarten. Anything above that might get a little tricky. So you teachers out there, feel free to blast that out at recess or lunchtime on the Zoom calls. Maybe you're in person somewhere in Missouri, something. I don't know where schools are actually open, but probably shouldn't be. Whatever. I don't have kids. Do what you want. So, hi, Brandy. So glad you made it. Can we see how many people love Mommy Dearest and Joan Crawford? Could you just hit that like button? Oh my gosh, it's too much. Oh, what a flood of love. Now keep doing it for me. Oh, yes. Everyone is just so sweet, just so full of love for your old gal pal. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I think we need this one up right now. Yeah, you need a little bit more. Me. Said no one ever. No. Nope. No one ever. Okay. Now, can I tell you something? Priyanka won Canada's Drag Race. Priyanka won. Who wanted Priyanka to win? I wanted Priyanka to win if Lemon didn't win. I could not have standed it. I could not have stood it if Scarlet Bobo won, because I could not handle that voice. Sorry about it. Can't handle it. No. Rita Baga would have been a fine choice, but really in that last look, girl, you took your skirt off and there were pants on, but you had no ass at all. She got a disorder. It's called no ass at all. Yeah, I learned that one back in my cruise ship days. Didn't forget about that, did ya? Yeah. What's that say? Elvis was a hunk till he wasn't. Till he was a hunk. You know, like he was a hunk of burning love, and then he kept eating the hunk of burning loves. Oh, Christopher Hopper. Hey, Christopher John Hopper, what's your sister's name? Just wondering. It would be interesting if it was Christina, wouldn't it? Yes. Priyanka won. It was so exciting. I'm so excited for Priyanka. She was great. She was great. Speaking of things that are great, like Joan Crawford, how many of you out there, raise your hand if you know the answer. How many of you out there have heard that Joan Crawford was once labeled box office poison? Show your hands. Let me see it. Put your hands down. I can't see a thing. You're stupid. If you knew that, great. But can I tell you what you don't know? Could I tell you what you don't know? What you don't know is how big that list of box office poison actually was. And there it is. All the red drink on my sleeve. You know why? Because I did exactly what Dr. Galore did. I drank the drink and then the rest of it came out of the straw. And there it is. Ruined for life. Thanks, me. Just kidding. Not ruined, because I'm a genius. So, here's what you didn't know. They like you to believe that it was just Joan Crawford. Voters labeled you box office poison, Joan. Bitch, please. Guess who else was on that same list alongside Joan Crawford? She wasn't like the first one. She was just a name on the list. Now, I'm not going to tell you the whole list because that wouldn't be fun. So we can talk about that next week. But a couple of names that were on the box office poison list, which came out from one man. One man wrote the article once. And then what happened to him? Nobody knows. Isn't that interesting? Greta Garbo was on that list. Imagine, no one ever talked about Greta Garbo being box office poison, did they? No. Mae West was on the list. And Mae West, when she heard that she was on the list, because, they don't give a shit about that back then. They don't read the stuff because it was only in newspapers. And if you didn't hear about it and it was gone, it was gone. She said, she just laughed and scoffed at that remark. And she was like, bitch, please. The highest grossing movie of the year was Snow White. And if I had played Snow White, it would have doubled the box office. Like, she was just like, bitch, when times are tough, they pull out my movies to make the money. Okay? So Mae West was like, fuck off, laughed in that face, bitch, please. Who else? Fred Astaire. Fred Astaire was labeled box office poison. Imagine box office poison. Fred Astaire, Greta Garbo, Joan Crawford. Please. So she made a couple of not so great movies. But just like super shortly after they labeled her box office poison, she made Mildred Pierce and won the Academy Award, Oscar, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Erica, they were born in those days. Which were, okay, so if you want to say that they were born in the Joan Crawford days, that's fine because Joan Crawford's film career spanned 39 years, I want to say, something like that. 39 years, which was about the same amount of time they showed in the movie span of Mommy Dearest, was a 39-year span. Isn't that interesting? Oh, girl. Am I going to vote? Yeah, I can vogue. I can vogue about her, sure. We're going to talk about Helga. Well, we're just not going to talk about Helga this week, Christopher. She did have to move the trees. But here's the crazy thing. So Joan wouldn't ever, she never really cleaned her own house, but she always did clean her bathrooms. Even when she was on location somewhere filming, she would clean her bathroom herself, OCD, major OCD. Yeah. So then cut to the kids being children, oh my God. It's crazy. Of course, they were going to get smacked around. This is what you did back then. Yes, Emily Alvarado, meaning their films just weren't making what they were supposed to. So the article really said is all these people are making all the crazy money and their movies aren't making it back. So why are they getting it? They're box office poison. They're killing it. They're killing, their studios and this and that. And it was just really just terrible. Just terrible box office poison. And traversely, when she says Hollywood royalty, along the same article, there was also all of the people that should have gotten a raise. And guess who was on that list? One Miss Betty Davis. And I think also Cary Grant. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Oh, Brandy thought I was doing Vogue. No, I was reading the box office poison list, which is interesting. Yeah. Dietrich. No, she was on Gabro. Yes. It's crazy. We'll talk about more about that later, aka next week. So we have something to talk about next week. Crazy. Oh yeah. Emily, I'm full of Joan trivia and knowledge. If you want to know something, ask me. I might know it, and if not, I'll make it up. How about that? And you won't even know it's not real. It's going to be shamazing. Amazing.
Christopher! Damn it!
Let me tell you how many one-liners you're going to hear until the show dies, because Mommy Dearest has been my most favorite movie probably since I watched it that very first time on TBS in 1992 with my mom. I loved it from the start. I thought it was terrible, like everyone does. They're like, it's terrible. Terrible. But then you watch it again. And you love it. And then you watch it again, and you love it. And then you watch it again and it's funnier, and then you watch it again and it's better and better and better and better until you just can't handle it anymore. And it's your favorite freaking movie and you know every line. And then when people talk to you and they say the lines, you are compelled to then repeat them the right way. Like when they say, well, girl, you gotta move that tree. You just smile and say, I love that movie. You have to move the tree. And they just look at you like, wait, I didn't say that? And I say, no, girl, you did not say that. You say, hey, girl, I gotta get my tree. Yeah, get my axe. Exactly, no. She says, Tina, bring me the axe. The thing about Joan is you have to use your diaphragm and like constrict, like squeeze your abdomen when you're speaking. Like you have to exhale, like someone's pushing you right on your diaphragm. Like it's really great. Yeah, Christopher Durbin, it nearly did kill Faye's career because she was just typecast. They couldn't get over her. And also that she was like a horrible tyrant, and that also became more well-known on that film. So the cool thing about that film is they did everything they could possibly do to make Mommy Dearest an amazing piece of like art history kind of thing until they figured out what they had really had on their hands, which was a camp film noir classic, whatever they call it. So they did everything. They filmed that film, not Mildred Pierce, Mommy Dearest, like it was a 1940s production. Like they built all the stuff. They had amazing set pieces. The throne that Christina sits in when she gets her hair cut and that whole thing is a throne from the set of, oh, well, now I can't even remember, like Cleopatra or Ben-Hur or something. You know, they used to like recycle props back in those MGM days, so they did that too. And they tried to like film it the way Joan filmed her films. They even had her costumer work on the film. Like, it was crazy. And we all know that, you know, Miss Faye Dunaway also went a little crazy, turning into Joan Crawford. Like, they all said that the spirit of Joan Crawford was in her and like haunted the set and all this crazy things about it. Oh my gosh, I just love every minute of it. Joan history is just my favorite kind of history. Yes, this is all me. Thanks, Ben and Jerry's. We've done it again. More realistic boobies for the kids. Yeah. So she went batshit crazy while making that film. I don't think she ever recovered. And talking about Civil War earlier with that dumbass Cheeto, talk about a Civil War. When that book and movie came out, it was like division. There were those that were with Christina and those that were against Christina. Yes, I have not read Britannia's book about Mommy Dearest, but I'm going to probably have a book on tape read it to me. But I've heard a lot of snippets from it, Pam, and I know it's like full of everything I want it to be full of. I just know. Like I know when they're, you know, when she's choking, you never loved me, you never loved me. She's choking Christina, and then she's like, Joan, stop it. She goes, ah! She like elbows poor old Carol Ann like in the chest. She did 2 times. And she had just like been like real sick. She almost like didn't even film the movie. And she was like, this crazy ass bitch is coming for me. What the fuck? But Joan / Faye said, girl, I don't know who you are. Who the fuck are you? Get off me, bitch. Ha! She threw that bitch. So when you see Carol Ann like fly back and the other actress from Red Book like goes to help her, it's because she actually like hit her in the chest and fell over. Granted, she was really choking Christina too. Right, a little bit. That one. All the slaps, they were all real slaps. They weren't fake. They were all real. Yeah, poor Christopher Hopper can't use the powdered bathroom cleanser without throwing it around. But that forces you to clean it, Christopher. Clean up this mess. Oh, Jesus.
Christopher! Damn it!
And do you hear how she sings the line at the end? People also don't get the subtle nuances of the Jonage that good old Faye created. She sings the last letter. Damn it. It's like, and you have to push it out. Try it at home with me. We're going to say Christina, Christopher, pause, damn it. And you have to say it like you're getting, you can put your hand right here, right under your sparkle bosoms, and just push your diaphragm. Okay, let's give it a try. We're going to give it a try. Okay, we're gonna do it. Juntos. Juntos. It's spelled with a J in case you wanted to know. Juntos. Juntos. Okay, ready?
Christopher! Damn it!
Like that. You just push it out. Damn it. It's on the it. All right, and you have to say everything like you're really angry. When it's called for anger, of course. Oh, that's right. Oh, Debbie. Clack. Perfect. Perfect for the day. Although I didn't really need it today. It's freezing here in Palm Springs. 98 degrees. Oh, crazy. I actually love that fan. I didn't mean to throw it like that. I didn't mean to throw it like that. Speaking of which, all you basic bitches out there, I see you. I see you post on that dumbass shit on the social medias, and we all know good old Rosemary loves her frickin' disclaimers. You know what? You might not like this, but if you don't, just get off my page. Stop following me, because this is just me. This is who I am. I'm just being me. Me. I've been this way my whole life. You're not going to stop me from being me. And if you don't like it, then just go fuck off and be on someone else where someone you like. Because this is me, and me is me. Yeah, really? And how exactly is you being you your whole life working out for you is what I would really like to know. Because something says that you might need to look in the mirror there and see what's really happening. I mean, I thought just drag queens were severely delusional. I didn't really realize that every fucking other person is just a dumb idiot too, right? Like, just don't be an asshole or be a fun asshole, and then it's okay, right? But don't just say, oh, for Christ's sakes, just this and that. This is just me. I'm going to just do it. Everyone's going to hate it. But if you hate it, then I'm going to unfriend you. Because instead of hearing an opinion that differs from mine, I'm just going to shut that out. And I see a lot of that happening. We talk about that all the time. And I just saw it again today. It said, I'm going to say something, and if you don't like it, just unfriend me now, because I don't want to hear your negativity in my comments. Now, I understand that when you go on social media, it's very negative. It's just lots of like, do this, don't do that, terrible this, terrible that, oh my gosh, what's burning today, who's on fire, who's dead, who's missing, who knows. But the minute you stop that conversation and you say, okay, I'm going to tell you everything that I hate, and I don't really just need to hear anyone else's opinion, valid or invalid, because I'm already going to invalidate it before you even start it. And that I don't understand, then why enable comments at all? Just take the comment off. And just be a soapboard. A soapboard box, a soapbox. Just sit on your soapbox and just do it. Because at that point, why do you even need commentary from other people? I mean, if I wanted a show that had nothing to do with the people that watch it, oh my God, whoever Nicholas Zimmerman is, you must be so crazy right now, because the love symbol next to Trump, those two things don't belong together, sweetheart. No, he only loves white people and money. Yeah, I'm so sorry to tell you this. If you didn't know, let me tell you. He hates me because I'm a drag queen and a gay homosexual. And if you're a gay homosexual, he hates you too. And God forbid if you're not white, because then he like triply, quadruply hates you, because he's basic like that. So all peace and love here doesn't apply to the presidency at the moment. Bloop. Now, Where were we? Yes, the blue robe and that cold cream for Halloween. Yeah, how easy is that costume? It's basically like 2 inches away. We're talking about Mommy Dearest now, Brandy. We got back to that. Yes, for those of us, we went away from that nonsense. And now we're back to Mommy Dearest. Yeah, when she says, did you scrub the bathroom floor today? And she's got the cold creams and her eyes are a little cross crazy. That's like 2 inches away from Mrs. Doubtfire. So I feel like if I ever did that look, I could then follow it up with a hello fridge moment. Yeah. Yeah, I don't unfriend people either unless they're just like really like, I mean, you know, you gotta do something real bad done, you know, whatevs. Now, Sean Harrington on the other, he's a whole different story, bitch. Watch out for that one. You think I'm pointed? No, that bitch is a lot worse than me. Brandy Fry, I'm gay. Although the funny thing is, Rosemary is not gay. Rosemary is not a lesbian. I guess Rosemary is a straight girl because she loves the D. Right? Is that what the kids say? They love the D? For me, that stands for Dairy Queen. Yeah. I'm lactosexual. Yeah. Just buy me ice cream and then get away from me. That's all I want in life. Speaking of ice cream, now, you may or may not know this, but it is my birthday on September 29th. And until that day, I would love to eat ice cream cake. And I would love for all of you to buy it for me. How about that? Also, today is Nikki Monet's birthday. She's all the way in the UK and she's not watching my show, but I'm going to give her a shout out anyway because it's her birthday and I love her. She's in my Thursday show, Rosemary's Baby, which is a little bit like Rosemary Dearest. But she's in it and she's got giant boobies and she's a burlesque, fabulous, trans drag queen, extrava fucking gonza. Junior, I know what the D really means, but this girl wants it to be the Dairy Queen. So I say it's Dairy Queen. D is for Dairy Queen. Maybe next week I'll just be here in feathers. How do we feel about just feathers? How do we feel about just feathers? Let's give a little sneak peek to just feathers next week. How about that? What's that? Where is that? There. Ooh, feathers. Oh, I like it. Oh, and now I look like a hooker. Which isn't a terrible look. Nothing wrong with being a hooker if you are one. Get paid for doing something you love. Why not? Sounds good to me. I'm doing it right now. For free. But I love everybody and I love everyone who's here. So, we all need to think about that box office poison, don't we? Yes, I am a Libra. I'm an early Libra. I believe the cusp is on September 23rd to 24th. My birthday's on September 29th, so I'm an early Libra, very well balanced, if I do say so myself. My mommy's birthday is on the 1st of September. She's a Virgo. And fun fact, Papa Galore's birthday is on September 29th as well. So we're twinsies. That's right. We are twinsy galores. Papa and Rosemary Galore share the same birthday. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Very exciting. And I do accept ice cream gifts at all times during the year, and especially this year. Especially. Jessica, did you find out that was a Russian troll? Yay! Let me tell you, if you did not know, that Jessica Hummerkaus, she can do some internet trolling like a son of a biatch. Girl, if you said, who's that guy? 10 minutes later, she'd be like, social security number, license plate, eye color, eyeglass prescription. I love it. It's great. She's amazing. And her kids are super cute. And I don't even like kids. Although, oddly enough, kids love good old Rosemary. I think it's like they smell the fear and they're like, they just need to get closer and closer and closer and closer. Oh, Leos and Libras are good matches. That is us. That's us, girl. You and me. Leos and Libras. Leos and Libras. Okay, I have another fun Joan fact for you. They just come to me. They just come to me like flames. Flames. They just come to me in my eyes. Joan, it just comes to me. You know why Joan Crawford was always dressed to the nines? If you didn't know, she was always dressed. She never left the house. Oh, and later in life, she always had like matching turbans. I mean, talk about, once I heard Heidi Klum say, I don't like matchy-matchy. It's not good. And I said, I love matchy-matchy. My whole life I've loved matchy-matchy. I just didn't know that was the name for it, matchy-matchy. And now when I do drag, I mean, for Christ's sakes, I have to have my hair matchy-matchy, my titties matchy-matchy, my shoes, my feathers, my fans, my freaking drink. I love being matchy-matchy. Being matchy-matchy is amazing. If you guys like matchy-matchy, well, cheers to you because it's freaking great. Well, you've just met the wrong Virgos, girl. You're meeting the wrong Virgos. Stick with the Galores. We are Virgo-tastic. Yeah. Now, where were we? We were just about to talk about another fabulous Joan fact. So, L.B. Mayer, way back in the day, they signed her, right? Joan Crawford gets her first contract. She goes to a luncheon exhibitors meeting where they got to go to lunch with the stars and the new stars and meet the stars. It really happened. Basically, a circus zoo parade. Here the stars are. So Joan was wearing, now remember it's like the 30s, late 20s here. She's wearing slacks, like nice pressed slacks, so already racy. Joan was a flapper, so she was already pushing the boundaries in the 20s, right? Late teens. Very successful flapper. She was wearing, just a blouse and a scarf. L.B. Mayer walked up to her, Joan Crawford, baby Joan, formerly Lucille LeSueur, which L.B. Mayer also hated her name, said it sounded like Le Sewer, and said, I don't want a star that sounds like she's in the sewer, so we got to get you a new name. Thus the contest for the naming. Thus Joan Crawfish was born. She hated it. And he tells her, go home and do not come back until you look like a fucking movie star. Put makeup on your face and dress the fuck up. Joan was so embarrassed and devastated that she never left the house again unless she was looking like the star that she wanted to be and then was. Is that right? That's right. So because of L.B. Mayer, he just effed with her brain and said, get the F out until you look like a star. Now, I don't mind that exactly. I think that's totally fine if you ask me. You're a star. You should look like it. Including today's stars. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. But you make a lot of fucking money. So I think you could keep up appearances. We're going to talk about that a little bit more next week because we're going to talk about how Max Factor and Joan created her face as we know it. We're going to talk about her lips. The standard Joan Crawford signature lip. There's an actual name for it that Max Factor used to call it. Then there was the technical beauty name for it. I'll give you a hint. The beauty name for the Joan thing was called the Hunter's Bow Lip, eventually. Hunter's Bow Lip. And partly because of Joan and her new giant old red lip, she helped American women get over their fear of using lipstick. Isn't that interesting? But we will talk about that later on next Wednesday's What? Rosemary Dearest. But until then, I would just like to say thank you so much for joining and watching, and I hope you learned something. And next time you have trivia, you better drop some Joan trivia and be like, bitch.
Christina! Christopher! Damn it!
That's right. Say it loud and say it proud. Now that you've heard it a million times tonight, you can say it correctly, hopefully. All right, remember, vote blue, please. Please, please, please. Please. And I'll see you on Monday with my wonderful Dr. Galore. Until then, see you soon. Bye.